In a world of glitz and glam, flashing lights and screaming fans, most people are unaware of the war that rages behind the scenes. And that war includes your favorite artist and your favorite songs. This is The Dark Side of Songwriting. Hosted by Nayim Edwards.
Dark Side of Songwriting. My name is Nayim Edwards. I am your host, and today I'm not here to play armchair litigator with you. I'm not here to play defense attorney or prosecutor. I want to talk about backdoor culture and how it has completely infected hip-hop and songwriting today. You know, we used to have a sense of pride of being a loyal person. We used to have a sense of pride in being a person that had our man's back, always rolled for our friends. You know, blood was thicker than water. What's the sayings people use? Death before dishonor. Those used to be the things that people took pride in publicly and at mass until, I'm going to say, the pandemic brought in this shiesty behavior. The pandemic brought in a lot of backdooring and all of these things that people are now confessing in their lyrics as to, like, if that's my friend and I want to take him out, I'm going to backdoor him. If that's my friend and I want him out the way, I'll set him up. I'll use your friends to set you up if you cross me, because I know that your team is disloyal. I know that you're not feeding the wolves. I know that you're not doing anything to help the people around you. I'll feed the people around you to set you up. Not saying that those things have never happened before, but now people are comfortable in their lyrics confessing dishonor, confessing being unloyal or disloyal, whatever the word is. You know, I think it's disloyal. People are comfortable confessing that. I'm saying that to say that YNW Melly absolutely deserves the death penalty. And he deserves the death penalty because being a backbiter should not be celebrated. Being a traitor, being a Judas, these things should not be celebrated. It's not the fact that your friends are more than likely going to be the people that turn their back on you. Your friends are more than likely going to be the people that hurt you or steal from you and do those kind of things. But the precedent that's being set while I was watching this case, and I made sure I didn't say anything about this until we got to this mistrial and we got to this ending, is because these are the people that was riding for you. These are the people that came up with you. These are the people that probably really had your back. And for you to go and everybody said you guilty, and what ended up happening was a mistrial because one person in there turned a couple people. What's that movie? 12 Angry Men. It's that old movie about the men that was in the courtroom and he just flipped the whole damn jury to convince the people that's innocent. People have made light of the fact that he has everybody and all these extra parties involved and all these extra people involved in the slaying of his friends. And we're not using mental illness as no cop-out no more. We're not using mental illness as a thing where people can just do what they want to and get away with the things that they do. Because we are the people who, in this genre, will say, you know, being a snake is not tolerated, being a rat is not tolerated, but then you turn around and you tolerate these behaviors. Because I get, and you know, it's just crazy seeing the amount of people that's like, free him, the amount of people that's saying he deserves whatever, he should be free, we want him out. And they're not saying they want him free and they want him out based on anything that has to do with innocence, anything that has to do with righteousness, anything that has to do with the things that we used to rap about. We used to take pride in being the most honorable people, like death before dishonor. That's just the easier way to say that. I'd rather die than dishonor you. We used to take pride in that behavior and that rule of law, but now we're in that space where the person that is just the slimiest, snakiest person, you should be free because I like your personality. You should be free because you make good music and I like your music. And what that is going to tell me about people with the mindset of you should be free because I like your music, you're full-fledged stupid. It's just, there's no other way to say it. It's no other way to put it. You are full-fledged stupid. Because in your life, in your real situation, you wouldn't want anybody saying free. And then people, let me finish my thought. I'm working on that. You wouldn't want anybody saying free the person who killed your best friend, who killed your niece, who killed your uncle, your grandmother. You wouldn't be saying free them in a real situation. And I know you wouldn't be saying free them, and I ain't talking to the fleet, I'm talking to these other people. Because there's only, just based on sheer mathematical, statistical, hard evidence, there's only a minute percentage of the population that will say free this person so I can kill him. That is literally not most people's reaction. Most people would want justice if somebody was whatever, and justice usually means life in prison or the death penalty. He deserves to die because he killed his friends. And you killed your friends based on everything that we all saw. You killed your friends based on money and jealousy and just being a hater. What? I mean, you should have been dead a long time ago. You should have killed yourself. But that's not what happened. You killed them other boys because you felt like they don't deserve anything that I worked for. And this is why you have to have awareness when you are in the life of an entertainer, or you are an entertainer of any kind, or have any type of notoriety, or you're doing anything where you're being successful in your field. Because jealousy is going to get you killed way faster than anything else. Jealousy, hatred, and envy, those things are a nice cocktail of murder. There's always going to be somebody who they can have $1 million or 1 million units or 1 million of something, and because they are having some type of deficiency in their own life and in their own mind and in their own situation, they're gonna look at you with your 2 or your 3, and if they got 1 million, and let's just say you had 10,000, they're gonna be looking at your 10,000 like, I don't want you to have that, because they're feeling some type of way, because there's a lot of people out here who want to be the king of the trash heap. They want to be the only person successful. They want to be the only person having. They want to be the only person knowing. That's why over in this field, people gatekeep knowledge and gatekeep things, and things are based on relationships, and things are based on not just who you know, a little bit of what you know, but how you interact with other people, is because resources usually are limited, and you're dealing with people who have minds where they don't know where their next meal is going to come from or whatever. I mean, he's clearly just completely psychotic. So the fact that you would even get yourself in a situation where you would envy anybody getting anything, but you have so much, that already is showing some type of mental deficiency going on. So you got to always pay attention to everybody that's around you and what's going on, and make sure that when you do stuff with people, that you do it the right way and you do it the righteous way. But doing things the right way and doing things the righteous way only work if you're dealing with somebody who wants to do the right thing and they want to do righteous things. That does not work with somebody who has hatred inside of them, jealousy inside of them, envy inside of him, just anything that has anything to do with negativity brewing inside of them. If you can't stand to see the person beside you be good, be great, excel, do better than you, you are the person with the problem, and you have to check that, because you will find yourself in a situation like this where you kill 2 people, not because they did something to you, not because your life was in danger, but because it brewed up and it was boiling so hot and so intense inside of you, you didn't have no choice but to kill them folks. He deserves to go to prison for that, and we have to put a stop to, and not just saying, oh, we have to put a stop to XYZ. I'm saying that we have to put a stop to the backdooring and the backbiting and being a snake, because that's not a good thing to do. You can't call yourself a righteous person, but then turn around and say, I'm going to kill my friends, or I'll do whatever, or I'll get your friends to kill you. And a part of, this is the last thing I'm saying, I'm gonna get out of here. A part of why we have got to this point where you could kill your friends and go rap about it, or you can rap about, and I'm bringing up getting somebody else's friends to kill them, because I really am a really big fan of ESTG and his writing style and his music. And in his music, he talks about, he's not the only person who talks about this, but a lot in his music, he talks about how he will pay people's friends to backdoor them. I've heard Pooh Shiesty and a lot of people in Memphis talk about that too, but we have to, what was I saying? Damn. What was I saying? I'm drawing a blank. My bad, y'all. But we have to weed that out of the music. But damn, I forgot what I was saying. Anyway, a lot of that it usually just comes from, oh yeah, this is it. People say stuff like that and have saying that because now we're in this contest of who can be the most gangster, who can be the most savage, who can be the most and the biggest whatever. Hello. Don't you touch this. Come here. Come here. Come here. She don't want to come. But what I'm saying, my bad. I'm not even editing it out, but what I'm saying is don't touch it. Come here. Come here. Get out. Get out. Because you going to mess my stuff up. We end up in these situations because everybody's trying to compete to see who can be the biggest and the baddest and whatever. So it usually started out as who can rap the... Get out. It started out as... She can play with my foot while I finish this. It started out as who can rap the best, who can get the most, who made the most, who's the most successful. Then it moves to who can go the hardest at whoever. And then it snowballed down into who can be the most disrespectful, but just like disrespectful with just leaving it at lyrics. Then it goes to disrespecting them personal attacks. And then now it's just rolling downhill, and we get from personal attacks to personal attacks on loved ones and personal situations and downfalls and all of that. Then it boils down and rolls down further into disrespecting families and disrespecting friends, and then it goes to disrespecting loved ones and disrespecting neighborhoods and disrespecting that. Then it goes down to disrespecting the dead and disrespecting whatever, and then we get past disrespecting the dead to actually killing somebody and actually doing something, and we're going to go back and we're going to celebrate what we did to you and celebrate what we done to you. We were never this deep in the trench. He deserves the death penalty because there needs to be an example of what should happen to people who take words that we use to describe ourselves: honorable, upstanding, integral, moral people, death before dishonor. Put a phrase there. Anybody who uses those terms but they don't live up to them, eliminate them. Set the precedent and set the example, because you can't use terms that we use to describe ourselves to describe you if you're not really like us. This is the dark side of songwriting.